Welcome to the third week of class. This week we'll continue to discuss curriculum, distinguishing formal from informal curriculum, and we're going to analyze the application of learning theories to the design and revision of curriculum. You're going to have 3 chapters to read this week, along with a discussion question and then your first major paper. So Chapter 5 of your readings is going to introduce key components of curriculum, which includes mission and vision statements and also philosophy statements that embrace faculty beliefs and values. And then it's also going to discuss the formal and informal curriculum exam and give some examples of each of those. Chapter 6 is going to describe the implementation of curriculum through the application of learning theories such as behavioralist learning theory or cognitive learning theory and a few more, along with then discussing learning-focused instructional strategies. And those are going to include problem-based learning, team-based learning, flipped classroom, simulation, all those things that you're pretty much familiar with. Chapter 7 is then going to describe the implementation of curriculum through educational taxonomies and critical thinking concepts in the context of educational taxonomies. Those are then going to lead into your discussion question, which will focus on the application of the learning theories that you just read to formal and informal curriculum design and revision. The next part of this week is going to be assignment 1, which is your first major paper that's going to be due. And your readings this week are really going to give you a lot of insight into helping you to develop this paper. So it's going to be a 4 to 5 APA formatted paper, 4 to 5 page APA formatted paper, and it's divided into 2 parts. So the first part is actually your personal philosophy or vision of teaching and learning. So with this, you can actually write it in the first person. You don't have to worry about writing it in the third person because you're talking about how you feel as far as your philosophy of teaching and learning. But it's only 1 page, no more than 1 page. The second part of this assignment, you're going to select a curricular issue of significance within your employment setting. Then you're going to design an active learning activity for a group of traditional face-to-face learners that's going to address that particular issue. You're going to align this learning activity with an active learning theory, and you want to be sure to include the learning outcomes and also a method of learning assessment or evaluation that's going to be supported by evidence-based practice. Now, there are examples in the assignment link, but just remember it's not an exhaustive link. It's just to help you to kind of jumpstart and get some ideas on what you would like to do for your assignment. Now, if you do not work in academia, then what I'd like you to do is to talk with someone who does teach and then ask them if they can identify what an issue may be in their facility. Then take that issue and develop your active learning activity based on that issue. Last thing I just want to point out is to be sure that you review and follow the rubric that's provided. Again, I don't want you to miss any points because you haven't reviewed the rubric thoroughly and you've missed something that was identified in a rubric that was supposed to be covered. So do look the rubric over and be sure that you follow it. So just to summarize this assignment, because it is 2 parts, the first part is your personal teaching and learning philosophy, written in the first person, no more than 1 page. Second part is you're going to develop a face-to-face learning activity aligned with an active learning theory to address whatever curricular issue that you've identified in your place of employment. And follow the rubric. So this is our plan for this week. It's really a pretty full week for all of you. Let me know if you have any questions, and as always, I'm going to look forward to reading your discussion post, reading this first paper, and I just want to wish everyone to have a great week.